We started making Maggie's food this week. So far she's enjoying it. We may need a bigger dish though. We were using a different type of dish with her dry food. That's all got all these nooks and crannies in it so that she slows down. But with this wet food, that would just be a mess, I think. So yeah, I think we're gonna need a bigger dish. And maybe one that stays in place. Hey, what's up? This week we got a short one. I'm remaking the bread from last week. We got some stuff in the shop, and then making potato buns. This week's recipe from the Big Book of Bread. Let's do it. I think you got it all. So these are perfect. These turned out really perfect. There we go. Yep. That is gonna be great. That's good bread. All right. See you next for potato buns. All right. I can finally work on the end tables again. Now that all the epoxy is cured, all the knots and cracks are all filled, next step is to run them through the planer again to get the surfaces flat. When pouring epoxy, there's always overflow and spills, of course. So we're just getting the surfaces flat again, and we're bringing it down to final thickness, which is 3/4 inch. Now I'm running them through the jointer to get a straight edge, so then I can run them through the table saw to get 2 straight edges. And then I can glue them up into panels. There are a total of 16 panels that I'm gluing up. 12 of them have 4 boards, and 4 of them have 2 boards. So it's a lot of wood. So now I'm just getting a straight edge on the other side, and then I can start gluing them all up. And that takes a couple days too, because I only got a certain amount of clamps. This is panel number 2. So we glue the edges and then lay them down, squeeze them together, clamp them from top and bottom, just so it doesn't warp as it's drying, and on to the next one. In between glue ups, I worked on the legs, getting them down to final thickness, which is 1.5 inches. So first I set the table saw to 1 9/16 inch, run it through once, turn it 90 degrees, run it through again. Then I would set the table saw to 1.5, and then turn them 90 degrees, run them through 90 degrees, run them through again. And that would ensure they were 1.5 inches square. All right, this week we are making big batch potato rolls. I've never made potato rolls before. Never made any type of bread with potatoes in it. So here we go. So first we're going to peel these potatoes. Then we're going to chop these into 1/2 inch cubes. All right, those are all 1/2 inch-ish. We're going to put some water on them. And bring it to a boil. All right, now that it's boiling, we're going to set it to medium-low and let it cook for 15 minutes. All right, so now that the potatoes are nice and soft, we're going to drain the water, but we're going to keep the water because we'll need that for part of the recipe. And then it says to pass the potatoes through a ricer, but I don't have a ricer. So I'm just going to use the mixer like I'm making mashed potatoes. Just mash these up. All right. Now we can get the mixer set up and get our flour, sugar, salt, yeast, eggs out and get this dough moving. All right, so we let the potatoes cool down and the potato water cool down for a little bit, just so it wasn't scalding when we mix all this stuff together. I got a mixture of bread flour and that high extraction flour. It does call for all-purpose, but I don't actually have true all-purpose, so I mixed the two, and that's going to be fine. So then we got 2.5 teaspoons of yeast, got salt, got a little more sugar than I would like, got eggs, potato water, and we need 170 grams of potatoes. Yeah, so there's not actually that much potato in. We're gonna mix this up for about 10 minutes until it all comes together. All right, it's been 10 minutes. It's still sticking to the sides and the bottom, but we're gonna trust the process here. So we're just gonna scrape down the sides, cover this up, and let it sit for 1.5 hours. So now we'll take this 9x13 pan and spray it real good. Set that off to the side for now. And we'll take our dough, scrape it out. Oh yeah, I was supposed to flour my work surface. Or that will happen. All right, that's fine. Flour. There we go. All right. It says you can divide these into either 20 or 16 equal portions. I'm going to do 16. So each one should be about 75 grams. 75. Everybody knows how good I am at... Oh, that was actually pretty good. Oh, that was 90. All right. So, 75 grams. 16 of these. All right, now each of these we're gonna shape into a round. Wipe that little area off so I can do this guy. And we're gonna throw them in the pan. So, shape. Pulling the outsides to the center. Pressing down. Flip it over. A cupping motion just to roll it around. This brings the top into the around and under to make it nice and taut. All right, last one. I actually got 17 out of these. That's okay. I'm going to cover these and let them rest for another hour and a half, possibly, until they've puffed up again. All right, they've been sitting for an hour and a half. You can see they've puffed up quite a bit. I've preheated the oven to 350. We're going to stick these things in there for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, it's been 20 minutes. Look at those guys. Oh boy, that's fun. Nope. Now we're gonna brush all of these with butter. Oh boy, I bet that's gonna be amazing. Now we let them sit for 5 minutes, and then we'll flip them out onto the rack and let them cool down. I'm gonna dig into one right away, I know. All right, time to flip these bad boys out. Oh boy. All right. All right, that's no need to panic. Things are okay. They just need to be coaxed out a little bit. Oh. Well, shoot. That's okay. They still look great on top. I'm gonna eat that guy right away. Oh, actually, I think I could have left these in longer. Gosh, those are tasty. Yeah, this one in the middle is
Pretty doughy yet, but yeah, all around the outside are nice and just great. So yeah, I'll be using these for sandwiches this week. Maybe not the middle guy. Maybe I'll try popping him back in the oven for a bit. All right, big batch potato rolls. Check you later.